Today, on the Sean Farrell podcast, we're going to be discussing toxic positivity, okay, and how it can pour fuel on a fire that is burning inside your head mentally. So we're going to be talking about that toxic positivity today on the Sean Farrell podcast. Good day. Welcome to another episode of the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ died and he rose again. Let's get into it. So today we're going to be talking about toxic positivity. Okay. Depression edition. All right. So toxic positivity is defined as the inappropriate overgeneralization of a happy or joyful state to situations that are inherently distressing and painful. For example, telling someone to cheer up after their partner just died. Think positive. This is unrealistic when depression sets in. Your thoughts become more distorted, filtering out anything positive. It's like telling someone to just look at the colors when they can only see black and white. Just smile. This implies that you don't care about another's suffering, and it makes you uncomfortable. Others have it way worse than you, and they get by. This indicates that you believe they're handling things poorly, and you're disappointed in their efforts. Be grateful. You have so much going for you. This can make someone with depression feel guilty and worthless. They're often logically aware they have some good things, but depression prevents them from fully feeling this and experiencing it. Be happy. This is too simplistic and indicates you don't believe depression is a real illness. Alternatively, it shows you've confused depression with sadness. Cheer up. This indicates their emotions and shows that you don't care enough about their struggle to dig deeper and actually understand it. You're just in a rut. It happens to everyone from time to time. This minimizes their experience again and again. This dismisses depression as a real illness. Everyone gets sad from time to time, but not everyone has depression. Things aren't that bad. This implies that they're being dramatic and that their feelings are invalid. So that's what toxic positivity sounds like. Depression edition. Here are the negative impacts of toxic positivity. Invalidates one's emotions, makes one feel guilty for their struggle, minimizes their experience, makes one feel alone, misunderstood, increases shame, increases social withdrawal, isolation, worsens depressive symptoms, signals that they are burdened. Okay? Now, let's discuss some alternatives to toxic positivity. Understand that while you don't relate to their suffering, it is very real for them. Reassure them that you'll get through this together. Acknowledge depression is a real illness and healing takes time. Listen with empathy. Don't just enter a conversation with the intention to problem solve. Instead, enter it with the intention to provide a safe space that allows them to talk freely without judgment. Reassure them that it's okay if they aren't articulating themselves effectively. Depression is disorienting. Okay? Yes, it is disorienting. Sometimes you don't know where it came from and you can't explain it. So when people ask you, well, what triggered your depression? Sometimes it doesn't need to be triggered. Okay? Sometimes it's not triggered by something. It can come on very randomly. Okay? I know, take me for example. This past Friday when I left my first job, I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed, okay? Then when I got to when I got to my second job, 988 as a crisis counselor, then it just came over me all at one time, and I was just so overwhelmed that I just can't do anything but just sit down and just decompress. And depression, I felt drained. There was suicidal ideation on my part. Yes, even some suicidal ideation because I was just feeling that overwhelmed. Okay. And it has not gotten better. And it has not gotten better. I'm still overwhelmed a little. No, I'm not a little overwhelmed. I'm still overwhelmed. Okay. And sometimes all you need is rest. And I think that I have a full day's rest ahead of me, and so I'm looking forward to that. I just want to go back to something at the beginning. Telling someone to cheer up after their partner just died. I have a friend who lives in Asheville. I've told you all about this before. Whose ex-husband ended their life. Her ex-husband ended her life ended her life. Her ex-husband ended his life by suicide. Okay. And she still has bad memories about that. Okay. She still has bad memories about that on the anniversary of his death. She still has bad memories about that. You wouldn't tell somebody to, hey, it's been in a year since his death. Cheer up. Come on. You don't tell nobody that. Especially on the anniversary when they lose their, when they lose someone to suicide or just lose somebody in any situation. Okay. Okay. I said this a while ago. When you say all these things to someone, when you use toxic positivity, think positive, just smile. Others have it way worse than you, and they get by. Be grateful. You have so much going for you. Be happy. Cheer up. You're just in a rut, it happens to everyone from time to time. Things aren't that bad. What you're doing is you are taking what was a small brush fire mentally. What you're doing is you're taking a mental brush fire that they had in their head. Okay. You're taking a small brush fire. And when you say these things, you're pouring gasoline on the fire. Okay. You're pouring gasoline on the fire by using toxic positivity. So then what was a small brush fire mentally for them turned into a big, huge bomb, turned into a big, huge fire mentally in their head. And this is when suicidal ideation comes in. Okay. Because you've dismissed them. And now they feel they have nowhere else to turn. Okay. They told their friends about this and they used toxic positivity. They told their family this and they used toxic positivity. Now they feel like they have nowhere to turn. Okay. So they have this big, huge fire mentally that they feel they can only put out by ending their life, by suicide. Okay. That's the danger of using toxic positivity. You're turning a small fire mentally into a big fire that they feel they can only extinguish or put out with ending their lives by suicide. Okay. But let me tell you all the good news. Okay. When that fire is burning, you can always call us here at 988. Okay. We don't judge. We have empathy, compassion, and we listen. Okay. As I often said, people who are suicidal, they just want somebody to listen to them without being judged. Okay. That's all. That's really all they want. They just want somebody to care, want somebody to have compassion, to have empathy, and they want somebody to just listen. Okay. That's all they want. And if we can do that, and if we can do that more, I think we can save a lot more lives. Okay. All right. That's it. And that's all for the Sean Farrell podcast. I am out of here. May God bless you all with many blessings. Peace.